Fear of the Lord. Right.
More important to visualize positively because you'll get better rep.
More important to visualize positively because then you'll get a better rep. Now, if you visualize, if you imagine negative things, you got to fix yourself. Don't ever imagine negative stuff. Nobody gets to control your imagination but you. Yes.
Negative thoughts keep you from being dynamic.
Negative thoughts keep you from being dynamic. So instead of answering and saying it like that, give me the positive way to say what you just said.
Negative thoughts.
Nope.
No.
Give me the positive way to say what you just said. Tell me the converse of what that says. Negative thoughts keep me from being dynamic, so then positive thoughts make me dynamic. That's what we'd rather say. Sir?
No one is responsible for you except for yourself.
No one's responsible for you. Quit complaining and blaming somebody else. Sir? Oh, Coach Gary, man. Coach Gary.
Huh?
Coach Gary.
I have no idea who said that. None.
Discipline of the mind is being a leader of your life.
Discipline of the mind is being a leader of your life. Sir?
The mind is 400 times stronger than the actual experience.
Yes, that was I said that, but I'm not sure if she agrees, but I think we're somewhere in that area. Okay? Last one, Amadeus.
As you learn more and experience more, you're able to process more and do more.
As you learn more and experience more, you're able to process more and do more. Good. They are all yours, man.
Oh my gosh, I will take every single one of you. Like literally, I'm starting today with gratitude. Because the one thing that you win is everything when you are thankful for the things that you have versus constantly focusing on the things you don't have because you have everything. Absolutely everything. So I just want to start by putting out there, I put out a post today, a picture of some of us. And I said, is it because I said something along the lines, is because you guys are so awesome and so bright and you're the best of the best and dynamic, that this has been such a great experience for me? And I said, no, but it doesn't hurt. But the thing is it's not why this is a great experience. The reason why it's a great experience is because of the fact that I know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm talking to the best of the best. And that at any time ever, if you needed something, I think you could come to me and I would be there to work it out with you. Am I correct? So the reason why this is so dynamic is because we are sharing a common respect. But I just have to stop and say, like, how dynamic you really are. Because the truth is, I've been to a lot of schools. I've worked with kids since I was 12. And I've seen a lot. And I know you all have the common core of parents that choose education because they understand if they give you the right power in your mind, that the rest is an open door. So that's a common core. It doesn't matter where you come from, your experiences. You all have somebody that's invested in you being the best of the best, which is awesome. But here's something about you. And something about this school that is amazing. And I wrote this down. I've been walking around and I see kids that are well organized. Now some of you may need to take some of that organization and apply it to our bedrooms and make sure that our habitat, I'm talking to you, yes. Our habitat reflects the world we want because that's your private space and it reflects your private space. So if you are leaving your personal space disorganized, there's something that needs to be cleaned up, right? So make sure that you're making sure you're organized not only at school, but especially at home. That is a message directly from your mother. But I see that you guys are respectful. You give your full attention. I've never had to say, like, listen, I need you to really put the phone away. That is so incredibly disrespectful. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a classroom or I've been in front of students and somebody's sitting there like, and I have to walk over, like, I know that you don't see me as valuable, but I see myself as valuable. So because I'm valuable, right now, I need you to just see if you'll take a moment to see why. Right? I have not had to say anything to anybody in here, because every time I look up, I don't care where it is, I have their full attention because you're invested in yourself in ways that I have never seen other students. So that is amazing, right? I mean, I look around and it's like this room is full of handsome guys. So it's like, that's something to be proud of. You're intelligent, but here's the most important thing, right? Are you
Not
ready?
say every person in here is handsome.
But what I will say is that I had last year when there was a handful of people that got in my car that we drove from the field back to campus. Do you remember those of you that were sophomores? And when y'all got out of my car did not smell good. I'm just saying, it didn't. It doesn't ever smell good after MC's basketball practice. When they get in the car, I'm like, knees together, arms down. I keep it closed, keep it tight, because you guys don't smell good. We're in a tiny room with around 100-some people in here. You come from weights, and it does not smell bad in here. You guys smell amazing. Like, I really think the Dove is working. And the Irish Spring, or whatever it was. What was it? It was Old Spice, right? Old Spice. But it's amazing. Like, you guys collectively together, are just an amazing group of individuals. So, give yourself a hand. Oh, that's awesome, right? Golfers clap. I know, right? I got some fun there. But before we go any further, I need everybody to stand up and turn around and give your coaches a hand. Show them that you respect them. Because here's the thing. They're sitting up, they're giving their time, their families are at home, and they're getting up when they could be sleeping to make sure you realize working. You said, I mean, if you really think about it, this is like a personal thing for me. Teachers and coaches are the only, definitely teachers. I don't know how coaches get their stuff a lot of times, but teachers and coaches of your age, elementary to high school age kids, pay for a lot of what you get to ride your futures on. They pay for your foundation with their time, with their money, and their effort because they recognize you're valuable, right? Because these guys are like sitting up here and they keep putting these things up with circles and squares and triangles and arrows that I don't think they just came up with like in a second. I'm pretty sure that they've had these meetings where they talk about these things, and then when you guys leave and go home, they meet again, and they're grading stuff and watching stuff, and I mean, whether they're making a lesson plan or they're making a new play, this is done on their personal time. How many parents have somebody, or how many people have a parent that has a 9-to-5 job where they're home at night, and they're, it's like they're watching TV and hanging out? Most of us, right? So these guys aren't home hanging out because they're writing the stuff you need to make sure you're successful. So we need to make sure that we're thankful to them, because the reality is they're fighting for you to have something that is dynamic, whatever you want, right? So I have a couple questions. I want to know why you're here. How many people are here because their parents are like,
You gotta go to
anybody? I'm not mad at you, because MC better raise his hand. Because, yeah, he better go to Brophy. How many of you are here because your parents, this is what your parents wanted for you? And how many of you are here because this is what you want for you?
No.
Is this what you want for you? No, I'm talking about right now. We're in the now. We're in the now. Is this where you want to be? So, okay, so everybody, I don't see any hands down, right? So everybody wants to be here. So you're where you want to be. I remember the first time we went to a away game last year, and we went to some way out, and I was like, there's no way. Listening to the kids in the stands, how they were talking, treating each other, and the way they were behaving, that I would want my son in that environment. There's just no way. I would do absolutely anything, and I have done absolutely everything to make sure my son can be here. Even at the cost of myself, because I know what this provides. Is that me? All right. Now, the question is how many of you guys dreamt that you wanted to be football players, huge football players when you were little? And this is like a lifetime thing that you've always wanted this. So, right now, you're still doing what you want to do. And those of you that don't have your hands up, that's not a problem. But do you want to be here now? How many people want to be on this team and take it to championship? Do you see the common core? You don't all have to have the same foundation. You don't all have to have the same knowing or want for the same reason. But knowing that we're doing something together as a team is huge. Yes. So this is the thing. Knowing why you're here is really important. I'm pretty sure if you ask your coaches, they're here because of the fact that they believe in you. Again, it's like, I know you see me on campus all the time. I know you see me in the Dutch all the time. Or in the parking lot, or somewhere. A lot of you are seen in the parking lot messing around. We're not going to talk about that. I was in the game in the parking lot with the little side packs and stuff that you're doing, seniors. Right? So, this is the thing. I love this campus. I love how you guys interact. I love the things that you do together, the way you talk, the freedom you have to be dynamic young men. One of the things that it takes to be a dynamic man is to be able to say, I have what some would call weaknesses. I don't call them weaknesses. I call them growths. Because we always say, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Well, who wants to have a weakness? I don't want to have a weakness. I don't want to look weak. So you have your gifts and growths. My gifts, one of my gifts is obviously talking. How many of you would be surprised to know that this is so nerve-wracking and this is the scariest thing to do? And I'm shaking inside. You'd be surprised? Every time I get up here, I'm like, oh my gosh. It doesn't ever go away. I've been talking forever. Since I was a kid, they used to tell me in the classroom to stop talking. And I never did. That was one of my gifts. One of my growths is reading. I'm a horrible reader. When it comes down to getting something out of a book or reading something online, it's not happening. They tested me as a kid. They said that's always going to be a difficulty for her. So what do? I find the audiobook. I find the things out there to make what is difficult for me a gift. I have the ability to hear, so I listen. I make my growth, I find a way to grow it to become stronger. When I'm working on some injuries right now, so I'm constantly working out to strengthen my core and take the things that have gone wrong and make them healthy so they can be better. So I want you to raise your hands and tell me what is a gift and what is a growth. And if you don't raise your hand, if you don't think about it, I'm going to call you. So I'm going to give you just a couple seconds. What is one of your gifts and what is one of your growths? And coaches, if you want to join in and you want to share a gift and a growth, please feel free.
One of my gifts is my passion, I would say.
Right.
And then one of my growths would definitely be in the time when I'm trying to speak another language.
Gotcha. What is that going to take?
That's going to take practice.
Right. And what kind of practice?
Practice on speaking the language.
And there's a lot of different tools that you can use, right? You can sit up and listen to. I don't know if I went there with you yesterday. I asked how many of you guys play games and are on YouTube watching things to grow or watching stupid things on YouTube. I call it YouTube stupid. Or watching Instagram. I'm pretty sure most of you know what's going on your social media. But the same amount of time the people that you look at that are people that you look up to are individuals that are online listening to things in that language, watching plays, watching an expert to see what they're doing. I'm going into basketball because I know it. Nico Mannion, do you guys know who that is? Yes. Okay, you wanna know why he's great? No? Yeah, well, he happens to go to the gym every day at 4 o'clock in the morning. Every day. Not some days, every day. To work on his craft every day. 4 o'clock in the morning, he's in the gym, rain or shine. He's at every training opportunity he possibly can. He's constantly studying. Because he's committed to his result. So whatever language, it would mean that you need to find videos, listen to it when you go to sleep. Oh my gosh, most powerful things right before you go to sleep is listening to things that you want to accomplish. MC doesn't always know what he listens to because I go in and I change, he'll put in something on that he wants to listen to, and I'll go in and I'll change it to what I want him to listen to. That helps him grow. Don't tell him please. But the things that you're listening to in the first hour of sleep are guiding your whole night, which guides your whole day. So if you're sitting up and you're listening to a game that is a winning game, and the commentation is like, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. You're listening to that, you're playing that in your head. If you're finding a video on calming yourself, strength, being a leader, and you go to sleep listening to that, it's going to empower the dreams that you're having and the things that you're thinking about, and they will empower your day. It is amazing, right? So another person, gifts.
One of my gifts is the gift of counsel and like counseling others when they're in need of help.
Awesome.
And one of my what did you call it?
Growth.
Oh, growth is my ego and comparing myself.
Can you say that again, please?
Ego and comparing myself to others.
Does anybody else have that growth? I mean, that is I think, the plight of the human experience is recognizing that we are not any different and we're not better or worse. We're literally equal individuals. That is awesome, I love that.
One of my gifts would be I'm an empathetic person. I feel for people. And then one of my growths is controlling my anger.
Right, well that's, that makes perfect sense because we're balanced, right? So if you're somebody who has compassion, but I'm pretty sure you haven't been taught that that's something that a guy should have, right? And it's like, you've got to defend yourself, because if you don't defend yourself against something, then it's like people think you're weak. That's what's taught. But that's not true. So it's like with the seeds then, it's like if you're talking about anger, how many people in here have an anger problem? Or they get angry quickly, they have a short fuse. So those of you that have a short fuse, that's an easy fix. It takes work. But it's one of those things where you sit up and you say, in that moment where somebody says something, I just poured a Coke in your backpack. And yeah, I know your thing was in there, your computer was in there, right? So it's kind of jacked up, and I know you're angry. But
I didn't understand what you were saying.
no, I'm saying I'm looking at this gentleman. What's your name? Yeah. Kenneth. So I'm looking at Kenneth. I'm looking at both of you, but because he said he agreed. I just poured a Coke in your backpack and it destroyed your computer. Are you going to be happy with me? Are you going to be happy with me? So in that moment, you have the opportunity to say, okay, this has happened. This has happened. How am I going to deal with it? Because what are you 100%
Responsible.
for what? So you have the opportunity to recognize this is something that I can either choose to be physical around this and walk off because I know right now this is not the time for me to deal with you because this would not be the right thing, or you can make the decision to attack, right? And that's not a win. Those are the things as you get older and as you grow, you start when you become a man, you start to see that because real men don't use things to hurt others. that's something a child does. That's what, when you think about a little kid, and they don't get their way, they start hitting, right? They start throwing a temper tantrum, they start acting a certain way. When you see that behavior, that's a person that is acting immature. That's a person that isn't in control of themselves, right? Okay, so I'm gonna do an open prayer real quick. And I think this is really important for you guys to, it's not something where I close my eyes, but it's a full conversation that I've learned to have with God, because so often we're stuck in that place where we've got ego controlling us, right? So something happens, like this whole experience just took place. How am I gonna fix this? Like, I have to fix this. Something wrong just happened on the field. I've got to fix this. No. This is where you say, okay, you know what? This is bigger than me. Like, I really need to take myself out of this so that I can see the answer, because I don't want to get caught up in this whole thing of ego. So it's really simple, because one of the things that I want to preface this with is that healthy people do healthy things, right? Healthy people that are thinking properly, that have healthy bodies, and have healthy spirits, don't do things that are unhealthy. They don't put things in their mouth that are toxic. They don't put things that are in their mind that are toxic. They don't do things to their body that are unhealthy. Healthy people don't do unhealthy things to other people either, because they don't walk in that space. So it's just simple like this. Okay, God, so I've got all these guys watching me. I mean, we don't do this really in public, but here we go. So I'm sitting in a room right now, and I've been talking to these young men, and I've been just excited because I know they're champions. You see all the champions in the room. Some of these young men have to go home to a situation that sometimes they don't feel safe or supported or understood. Some of these young men are playing sports because they want somebody to acknowledge them, because they want somebody to see them, because they want to matter. Some of these young men are worried about what's going on in the classroom. They're worried about if they're enough. They're worried about if they're going to make it. They're worried about if they're seen. Some of these coaches are worried that they haven't prepared these young men enough and feel like they need to do more. Somebody in this room doesn't feel worth it. Somebody in this room is worried that they're going to be the reason why. But can you please come and just fill them with what I know? And when I see them and I see in their eyes that they are brilliant, and they are amazing individuals that are coming to the table with such amazing gifts, and their growth is taking place so that they can be outstanding men. Can you just let him know he's awesome? Thank you. Yeah, you are. You're welcome. I mean, literally, what we're gonna do next, I want you to know it took me an hour to prepare when it was given to me, because something was given to me that I'm gonna give to you. It took me an hour to prepare. And as I did it, I was sitting up and I was like, in my mind, looking at every single person and saying, you know what, I'm so excited that I have the opportunity to give this to him. And he has the opportunity to share this with someone else. I'm so thankful for this, that this is what's happening to these young men, because these young men are worth it. And even though some of you have had some run-ins with people that have broken your heart, let you down, you've been surrounded by people that didn't have a manual on how to be a parent, how to be a teacher, even though we're taught how to be teachers. Still, we don't always taught how to interact with other humans and how to make sure that we raise the spirit. So every single one of you has something personally made for you. Every single one of you. Now, can I get my, the gentleman that had a ticket for the first day? We had a ticket from 57 to 43. You don't need the ticket, you just need your license. Now, if you didn't watch the video, please stand up. If you didn't watch the video, this is a time of honesty, please stand up, because I know everybody didn't watch the video. If you didn't watch the video, please stand up. I respect your honesty. Yeah. So, these gentlemen made sure when the assignment was handed out, that it was immediately done. They're no different than the ones that are standing that didn't watch the video. You all still have the opportunity to watch it. I hope you do before the night ends. But there's no different. Now, let me ask you a question. Should they lose out because they didn't do work? How many people in this world would say, yeah, they shouldn't have anything, they didn't do work? Is that the normal, egotistical thing to say? Right? Isn't that what happened in elementary school? Like, they don't get the candy because they didn't do the work, right? Well, this is the thing, it's a team. So if these guys are doing that upfront work, and those that are sitting right now are engaged and are doing work too, and there's a couple people that kind of aren't pulling the weight, doesn't it make it difficult for everybody? Right? But it's important to know that the people that are standing could have had something come up that was drastic, right? And even though we don't want to know what the reason, it's not, it doesn't matter. Whatever happened, it's not done. But these guys are all the team. If you don't watch the video, come up here, please. If you didn't watch the video, come up here. Take one out. These were individually created for you. Once you get it, go have a seat. And if you were sitting, please come stand.
Sorry, that's
I don't know, but I think that works.
Hey, clean the room.
Huh? That's it.
She was talking
Like,
to you.
I'm gonna have to repeat the. I think it's like that. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I'll find out after this. I've only been to Texas once. I've only been to Arizona 3 times. This time? This time we stayed, right? And then where the others? It was like my 10th birthday, and I came back like last Christmas.
Did you get one?
I did not do that.
Where are you sitting over? You watch videos? Huh?
I didn't get the
You got the card.
Yeah, you did.
You got the card?
I
You got the card.
didn't get the first one.
You didn't get one.
Did you watch the video?
Anybody not get one?
Huh?
Everybody got one?
Did you watch the video? Okay.
Everybody have one?
Huh?
All right.
Yes. Coaching is a full-time job. What?
You are. Look at your. What does it say? Or what does it have? A heart and a 100. That's because you are always 100% unconditional love. Whether you realize it or not, that is your birthright. That's what you were created for. That's why you're here, is because you are 100% loved. You're also 100% enough. You're also 100% a champion. You're also 100% a scholar. You're also 100% a man. Right? You're also 100% of whatever, you're always 100. So, understand this right here, this is given to me by somebody that once saw a broken person who did not think she was enough, who kind of stayed in the corner, who would talk like this, but when you come up to me privately, I just was kind of like, nah, I still want to be hurt. So I wouldn't let anybody in. And they realized I needed to be reminded that I was a treasure. You're not trash. You're treasure. This is so important. I hear it all the time, like,
Yo, you trash. Yo, you trash. Yeah, you trash.
you're not trash. And you really shouldn't say that to each other because you're laying seeds. They're really dangerous. Right? So look at that. Look at it. Look at the heart. You're a treasure. 100%. 100%. Look at that. How many people are feeling that? Like literally, I sat and drew you out because you are 100%. Your coaches are 100%.